Die alongside us as heroes, or die by our sword as cowards. There is no refuge from battle here. 1412 is opening the kingdom for migration! All right, guys. So today we got Samuk AK-47 in here. He is the one leading the project for the migration. Samuk, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Nice. So what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna have a Discord, and we're gonna invite everybody who is interested to join to 1412. So the link for the Discord will be in the description below. Now,
yeah.
Samuk, we've got some questions, as we're trying to bring in some players in here. They want to get more information. All right.
Definitely.
So what is the recruiting goals of 1412 have?
Well, as you know, Shinchi, we have been the kingdom is a very strong and fighting kingdom, but we're taking the opportunity of after this fierce battles we had and we dropped a lot of power. So we're taking the opportunity to create more warriors to the kingdom. So our aim to get as much as possible, especially what we call the backbone of any kingdom, free to play, going up to 75 million, I would say, players. Those are important to us, of course, because they are always the majority in the battlefield. And another thing that we're looking for more international and Asian presence to cover that time zone that we are usually down. Our times is usually more active during the European and the Middle Eastern time. And we would like to have more international presence, hopefully, into the kingdom.
What is the power cap for the immigration this time around?
Yeah, well, there's no specific power cap. What we're looking for fierce warriors. The kingdom is very demanding, especially during battle, as you have seen and experienced yourself. We're looking for anyone who has the heart to live up to the types of battles that we have. Of course, if someone is in the range of the top 300 that will affect the Imperium cells, those we have to pre-select them and monitor, and because there are some status that we're looking for. But anyone who is below the 300 cap is totally welcome, of course. But they should know from now that it is a very fierce and demanding kingdom, especially during wars. Now, there are some exceptions. If someone is, let's say, in above the 300 cap, not a very strong warrior, I would say, but has other qualities or experience, like in management or stuff like that, we do have exceptions for those people, because we need also all kinds of experiences into the kingdom.
How many alliances are in 1412?
Currently, we have 3, of course, main alliances. 2 majority are Middle Easterns, and actually 412A has right now about 30% where you are in. I would say 30 to 35% international. 412, I forgot their name, exclamation mark, is mostly, I wouldn't say German, but European. And hopefully, with the right numbers that we get in, we are going to create the 4th fighting alliance. If we didn't have the numbers that we're looking for, because for us to build a 4th alliance, it has to be in the strength of the 3 fighting alliances that we have, and those are very strong alliances. So it's not an easy job to do. So, anyways. If we're either going to make a 4th main alliance, fighting alliance, or we will keep those and filling the ranks with top players and add support fighting alliances for each of the mains.
What are the advantages of free-to-play players in 1412?
Well, of course, what we do, because we have a lot of really, really high spenders, as you know, in the kingdom, what we are doing is we're giving slots in those alliances, like 5 to 10, to keep it as a rotation for the free to play to gain from the rewards that the daily rewards that it gives. And of course, they have to, in their own alliance, they have to show activity and contribution to be nominated to be in those. We always share resources as much as possible, because the whales usually lack gold, and usually we have excess either wood or stones, which is depending on what your specialty troop are. So those, whatever access we have, we usually share all around, and of course we share experience and knowledge as much as we know and can.
How does 1412 deal with non-contributing players?
They have only two choices. Of course, we're talking about the ones who did not contribute without a real reason. So someone, because some people, they do have real life circumstances that make them being absent or something like that. Those are understandable issues. But if someone is here just to gain from us and not contribute, they will have two options: either leave or burnt. And you can even read our slogan: either die alongside with us as heroes, or by our swords as a coward. So, and this is something that we believe in, and this is something that we have done before, and that's why you see a huge number of fighters in the kingdom, and a very, very small number comparing to other kingdoms of what they call them deadweight.
Does 1412 have a policy for public trash talking?
We have zero tolerance for it. If anyone, and I'm saying it, and I promise you, if anyone comes into the kingdom and start trash talking in LKC or KC or even in the alliance, I will zero them myself. Not only me, even the other big mega whales that we have in the kingdom, we will zero him by ourselves. We do not tolerate it. We do not accept it. Not on us, not on our enemy or our opponent or whatever when they call them. It is something that we will never accept.
So thank you, Samuk, for giving us all these informations in here. I'm sure everybody is excited to bring in new players for 1412, and what they have seen in our previous KvK is definitely absolutely a wonderful gaming experience. So if players are really interested in joining a very active and having a very majestic experience in Rise of Kingdoms, 1412 is definitely the kingdom for them to go to.
Thank you very much. And we already have some good players that are already knocking on the door, and it will be a good surprise for everyone to see what is coming, hopefully with 412.
So people, you guys need to start joining that Discord. There's a link in the description. It might be a first come first serve. If you don't get in there right away, you might lose your spot.
For sure.
Does 1412 have a policy for publicly? Sorry for that.
Yeah.